Hello everyone, our today's topic is irrigation method and it's the second part of irrigation method. In first part we have covered surface irrigation. So in this part we will talk about subsurface irrigation method and micro irrigation method, and we have further divided this topic in two parts. In the first one we are going to cover subsurface irrigation method with its advantages and disadvantages, and in second part of micro irrigation method we are going to cover sprinkle irrigation and drip irrigation. So let's move forward and cover them one by one. Let's start with subsurface irrigation. What is subsurface irrigation? Let's clear it through the definition, and the definition is through underground perforated pipe or through deep trenches at 15 to 30 meter interval, water gradually wet root zone through capillary movement. What does this definition wants to say? Let me clear this in easy words. In this system, in our subsurface irrigation system, the whole system is underground, and the pipe which we use in this system has been buried inside our ground, and it is perforated pipe, means we the pipe which we use has hole on its upper surface so that water could come out from it, and the root of our plant use that water through capillary movement. Capillary movement means the tendency of any liquid to move through narrow part without any external effect like gravity. Thus a water could be used by our root, and this system is known as subsurface irrigation system, and it is used because it saves lots of water as compared to surface irrigation method. It has some advantages like evaporation loss is less due to dry surface. As we know, this system is underground system, and to be evaporation, water has to be on the surface, and in this system water come up to the root by capillary movement, and water has not to be on the surface in the system, so the evaporation loss will automatically be less as compared to surface irrigation system. Less weed management. Automatically weed also need water to germinate, and if weed doesn't provide direct water through surface irrigation, how does weeds will come out? Thus in this system we have to less take care to our weeds as compared to surface irrigation method. And the third point is deep trenches should be made for drainage. We all know the system. In this system we provide water through the pipe which we have buried underground, so that the trenches for the drainage system should also more deep than them. Only then the water could come out from our field, so we have to make deep trenches. And it has some disadvantages like deep percolation through trenches. Percolation means when water is saturated, when the soil is saturated, the water will go gradually moves down through different layer of soil. Thus leaching could also take place, so this is the disadvantage of this system. And second is maintenance of pipeline is difficult. The whole we have buried our pipe inside our soil, and it is difficult to dig the whole soil and come and take our pipe outside and then repair it and then again buried it, so it's difficult. And third disadvantage of subsurface irrigation system is its high initial cost. The cost of pipe and the holes which we used to made in that pipe, overall it's in this point want to say that it has high initial cost. Now let's come to micro irrigation method. Micro irrigation method is also known as low flow method or low volume method. It means that the water which we will provide in micro irrigation to our field will be in low volume, and the rate of delivery will also be lower as compared to surface irrigation method. The first part of micro irrigation method is sprinkler irrigation. What is sprinkler irrigation? Let's understand it through these points. Water is applied as rainwater over the crop. It means water which we will provide through sprinklers to our field will be in the same manner as rainwater comes to our field in droplet forms. The second point is rate of water delivery is 1000 liter per hour or more than 1000 liter per hour. And the third point is it operates at a pressure of 2.5 bar or above and through water as spray up to the distance of 10 meter or more. It works in a similar way as we increase the pressure in our pipes, the distance which water will cover will also be increases. The minimum pressure which is required in our pipes is 2.5 bar. Now let's come to advantages and disadvantages of sprinkler irrigation. It has some advantages like uniform distribution of water, means the water which we provide to our field will be in uniform way. The second point is saving of water from 25 to 50%. In sprinkler irrigation system we save water up to 50%. The third point is saving of land 10 to 20%. In sprinkler irrigation we save our land up to 20%. The fourth point is irrigation area is increased by 1 to 2 times with same amount of water. Let's understand it through one example. Suppose we have 10 liter of water and we irrigate 1 hectare of land from that water. If we'll irrigate the land from sprinkler method, we can irrigate 2 hectare of land from same amount of water. The fifth point is no risk of runoff or erosion, as this system is manually controlled and water which will provide in form of droplets, so there is no risk of runoff or erosion. The sixth point is suitable for undulating land and steep slopes. It is suitable for non-uniform land where the land is not in a uniform way. This type of irrigation is also suitable for that type of land. The seventh point is suitable for area where water and labor is scarcity. It is also suitable for that piece of land where water and labor are not easily available. The eighth point is suitable for saline soil to leach salt. It is suitable for the land which has saline soil or where leaching takes place. It also have some disadvantages like not followed under high wind velocity. It means that where the place where wind speed is very high, approximately more than 12 kilometer per hour, there we cannot apply this system because all the water will be moved in the direction of wind and not so that uniform water distribution could not take place, so that we do not use sprinkler method where high wind velocity is there. The second point is high initial cost. Its establishment cost is more, so it is also one disadvantage of sprinkler irrigation system. High energy required. In this system the energy required is more to pressurize the water so that it can distribute or go to long distance and cover long area. Large area. The fourth disadvantage is more spreading of disease, as the flood irrigation or surface irrigation stop the spreading of disease at some extent, but this irrigation system do not have that ability, so it may also increase or the spreading of disease is more than in this type of irrigation. The fifth point is cannot be used for rice and jute crop, because rice and jute crop support waterlogging, means they are waterlogged crop, means they required permanent water or water in high amount, so sprinkler irrigation do not use for jute or rice crops. The second part of micro irrigation method is drip irrigation. Let's understand what drip irrigation is. It is discovered in Israel. It discovered in a country which named as Israel. The second point is also known as trickle irrigation. It trickle means बूंद बूंद करके गिरना, उसे कहते हैं हम ट्रिकल, एंड इट इज़ ऑल्सो इट्स नोन एज ट्रिकल irrigation. Discharge rate of water per dripper is 1 to 4 liter per hour. The rate of discharge of water means water which we provide at which rate is 1 to 4 liter per hour, means in 1 hour 1 to 4 liter water is discharged to our plant. The next point is it consists of main line, subline, laterals and emitter. It consists of one main line from where we provide water to our field, and sublines, which sublines are those lines which are attached to main lines, and laterals are those which are attached to sublines, and emitter is a part from where water is discharged. The next point is the discharge is from emitter, same. Next is the irrigation interval is 1 to 4 days, means the gap between one to another irrigation is 1 to 4 days. It saves up to 70% of water, means it saves more water than sprinkler irrigation, as it saves 50 to 70% of water. Let's talk about advantages of drip irrigation system. The first one is well suited for area of acute water shortage. It is suitable for area where water is available in very less amount, means where the shortage of water is. The second advantage of drip irrigation system is minimization of soil erosion and deep percolation and runoff losses, means it minimizes these factors like soil erosion, deep percolation and runoff of water. The third advantage is water is maintained at field capacity. Water is provided to our field at its capacity, means there will no wastage of water. The fourth point is salt concentration is less, so it will beneficial to our field. Fifth one is no land leveling is necessary, means we provide water directly to our plant through the emitter, so there is no need of leveling of land. The sixth advantage is herbicide and fertigation can also be applied. It means that the herbicide and fertilizer can also be applied in this system through drips. The seventh advantage is less disease and weed infestation, means the attack of disease and pest will be lower in this type of irrigation system. It has some disadvantages like clogging of emitter, means emitter can be clogged by some soil particles or etc. The second disadvantage is damage to lateral system due to rodents and other animals, means lateral system of pipes can be damaged. Lateral pipes are those which are attached to sub pipelines. It could be damaged by rodents like rats etc. So it's also a disadvantage of this system. The third point is salt accumulation near plants due to lack of sufficient moisture for leaching. Leaching couldn't take place, which is beneficial for the salt to percolate, but in this system it couldn't take place, so salt will accumulate, which is not beneficial for that plant. The fourth disadvantage is high initial cost, means the setup cost of this system is more. The fifth point is more suitable for wider space orchard crop and sugarcane. This system is more suitable for these type of crops. Inadequate root development, if we provide water to the soil, so it will compactness will reduce, which helps for the development of plant roots. But in this system we provide water in droplet form, so there will not be a adequate amount of moisture in soil, so root development is less as compared to other irrigation system. Thank you.